everyone. Thank you very much for joining this beautiful morning on the most auspicious day, appearance day of Lord Narasimha Dev. Always there to protect the devotion of their devotees. I really would like to congratulate Ivy Gautam and Saloni. They are young kids. They are always particular. 6601, they are always on online. May that have determination in our life. Even after taking initiation, some of the devotees are falling behind. That's not good. And I told them that don't take initiation unless you really become fixed in your sadhana. What is the use of taking initiation if you are not going to follow? So bad. Anyway, also I would like to recognize Rama Panda, beautiful son of Manmatha Anand Prabhu. He joined before 3 o'clock today and stay on course all the time. And also Kasturi Manjari Mataji joined early. She might have left, but I really felt something was nice. So those spiritual warriors who made our journey successful today was Ishwar Krishna Prabhu, Yamuna Sundari Mataji, Ivy Gautam, Kasturi Manjari Mataji, Patita Pavan Prabhu, Sarmista Sahi, Manani Mataji, Amol and Smita Panchpande, Sekha and Pankaj Gupta, Girivaridhari Prabhu, Raghav Chaitanya Prabhu, Shri Devi Rasi, Murli Manohar Prabhu didn't join today, Haribol. Samant and Swastika Panchal, Benyamino Prabhu, Shamitra Radha Mataji, Devendra Krishna Prabhu, Divyans and Saloni, Tapti Ghosh Mataji didn't join today, Haribol. Prathamesh Prabhu, Sweddi Prabhu, Shri Devi Dasi, Paramanand Hari Prabhu, Nandan Priya Mataji, Nadia Kumar Prabhu, Saraswati Devi Dasi, Nakul Grover, Saraswati Mataji, Manmatha Anand Prabhu, Chandri Radha Mataji, Rama Panda, Tulsi Priya Devi Dasi, Namanand Prabhu, Prem Vinodini Mataji, Janki Khan Prabhu, Lapanga Latika Mataji, Rajendra Prabhu, Kamal Priya Mataji, Raga Bhakti Devi Dasi, Pranath Gopal Prabhu, Radhika Prem Devi Dasi, Vraj Vinod Prabhu, Anand Vinodini Devi Dasi, Pandurang Devdas Prabhu, Damodarati Mataji, Madhvi Gopi Mataji, Madhav Charan Prabhu, Ananya Bhakti Devi Dasi, Karuna Mataji didn't join today, I think. Amal Nam Prabhu, Kirti Prabhu, Mahiti Konda Mataji, Barsana Rani Mataji, Kamini Priya Mataji, Sankarsan Prabhu, Manjari, Radha Valla Prabhu, Advait Prabhu, Shrikant Survasi Prabhu, Sachinandan Krishna Prabhu, Sitala Priya Devi Dasi, Rasakida Prabhu, Anand Radhika Mataji, Manoj Kapoor Prabhu, Arjun C. Thakur, Lalit and Josna Vara, Balram Prabhu, Radha Charan Prabhu, Kamlesh Dingra Mataji, Pitambar Priya Prabhu, Shyam Sundar Prabhu, Harikatha Devi Dasi. I didn't see Prem Priya Padma Mataji and Amit Prabhu today, Harival. Lekha Mataji, Sumit Prabhu, Abhay Charan Prabhu, Shukruti Devi Dasi, Rajesh and Sweta also didn't join today, Harival. Vijay Keshav Prabhu, Uttam Bhakta Prabhu, Vallabhi Mataji, Sri Kumar Prabhu, and Hemangini Chauhan Mataji. So let's hear the wonderful song before we will glorify Lord Narasimha.
Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Kalla Kalla Dadayine, Kalla Kalla Dadayine, Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha, Hiranyakashi शृङ्गा दालिता हिरण्यकशिपो तनुभृङ्गा केशवद्विता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तव कर कमल वरे नपा अद्भुत श्रृंगार दालिता हिरण्यकशिपु धनुभृङ्गा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तव कर कमल वरेण कामकुत श्रृङ्गा दालिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तव कर कमल वरेण कामकुत श्रृङ्गा दालिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रह्लाद महाराज प्रह्लाद महाराज प्रह्लाद महाराज जय प्रह्लाद महाराज जय प्रह्लाद महाराज प्रह्लाद महाराज प्रह्लाद महाराज जय प्रह्लाद जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद
Thank you very much, Ishwar Krishna Prabhu, for playing a wonderful song. Why I selected the class given by His Holiness Guru Govinda Swami Maharaj? Because I was meditating on him. He was so kind to me. And I just want to hear his words. It has affected my devotional life. And also I was meditating because His Grace Chaitanya Charan Prabhu, he asked me that, Prabhu, I want to spend some time with you. So he came to my home. We spent a couple of hours. And he said that I have never heard about this side, what you are telling about your Guru Maharaj. And same thing, he shared some of the things about his Guru Maharaj, Radhanath Swami Maharaj. So on Saturday, if you will ask me, I will cover those, what little discussion. But at the end, he was walking out from my home and he saw the beautiful garden. And it is not that really beautiful because still I was in India, so it's not that really good. And he said, Prabhu, please give me one realization. So I told him that this gardening is so important because every week you have to take it out the weeds from the garden if you want to keep your garden beautiful. And I said, in our devotional practice is the same thing. We have so many anarthas. There will be not a time will come that we will see I'm free of anarthas. It will keep on coming. Krishna will taste our devotion. So it's so nice that always we have to remain vigilant. And today is the most auspicious day, Lord Narasimha. He can tear apart all the anarthas that we hold in our heart. We pray at his lotus feet. So Guru Govinda Swami Maharaj is saying that it was appearing like a flower garland on the chest of Narasimha. It seems as if a lion had killed an elephant. So many of Hiranyakasipu's soldiers came out to fight against the Lord. But the Lord, with his sharp nails, tore them apart. And all were killed, not only just the Lord Hiranyakasipu. There are many descriptions. Lord Narasimha's mouth and main man were sprinkled with drop of blood, mouth, I think. And his fierce eyes, full of anger, were impossible to look at, licking the edge of his mouth with his tongue. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narasimha, decorated with a garland of intense time taken from the Hiranyakasipu abundant, resemble a lion that has just killed an elephant. Srimad Bhagavatam 7.8.30. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who had many, many arms, first uprooted Hiranyakasipu's heart and then threw him aside and turned toward the demon's soldiers. These soldiers had come in thousands to fight with him with raised weapons and were very faithful followers of Hiranyakashipu. But Lord Narasimha killed all of them merrily with the end of his nails. 7.8.31, Srimad Bhagavatam. The hair on Narasimha's head shook the clouds and scattered them here and there. His glaring eyes told the effulgence of the luminaries in the sky, and his breathing agitated the seas and oceans. Because of his roaring, all the elephants in the world began to cry in fear. Srimad Bhagavatam 7.8.32. Airplanes were thrown into outer space, and the upper planetary system by the hair on Narasimha's head. Because of the pressure of the Lord's lotus feet, the earth appeared to slip from its position, and all the hills and mountains sprang up due to his intolerable force. Because of the Lord's bodily effulgence, both the sky and all direction diminish in the natural illumination. 7.8.33. Manifesting a full effulgence and a fearsome contrast, Lord Narasimha, being very angry and finding no contestant to face his power and opulence, then sat down in the assembly hall on the excellent throne of the king. Because of fear and obedience, no one could come forward to show the Lord directly. He was so furious. 7.8.34. Hiranyakasipu had been exactly like a fever of meningitis in the head of the three worlds. Thus, when the wives of the demigods in the heavenly planets saw that the great demon had been killed by the personal hand of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, their faces blossomed in great joy. The wives of the demigods again and again shower flowers from the heaven upon Lord Narasimhadev like a rain. 7835. At that time, the airplanes of the demigods who desire to see the activities of the Supreme Lord, Narayana, crowded the sky. Demigods began beating drums and kettle drums, and upon hearing them, the angelic woman began to dance, while the chiefs of the Gandharvas sang sweetly. 7836. My dear King Yudhishthir, the demigods then approached the Lord. They were headed by Lord Brahma, King Indra, and Lord Shiva, and included great saintly persons and the residents of Pitruloka, Siddhaloka, Vidyadhar Lok, and the planet of the snakes. The Manus approached, and so did the chief of various other planets. The angelic dancers approached, as did the Gandharvas, the Charanas, the Yakshasas, the inhabitants of Kinnaraloka, the Vetalas, the inhabitants of Kimspurushlok, and the personal servant of the Vishnu, like Sunanda and Kumuda. All of them came near the Lord, who glowed with intense light. They individually offered their obeisances and prayers, their hands folded at their heads. 783738. Lord Brahma prayed, my dear Lord, you are unlimited and you possess unending potencies. No one can estimate or calculate your prowess and wonderful influence. For your actions are never polluted by the material energy. Through the material qualities, you very easily create the universe, maintain it, and again annihilate it. You can remain the same without deterioration. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you. 7839. Then Prahlad Maharaj came. Narasimhadev was so angry. Nobody dared to approach him. Even Lakshmi Devi couldn't approach. At last, Brahma persuaded Prahlad Maharaj to go and pacify him. Then Prahlad Maharaj went there fearlessly. All were afraid, but Prahlad was not at all afraid of the Lord. Why? Because he is a dear devotee of the Lord. He has dedicated his life completely. He fell flat on the lotus feet of Lord Narasimhadev, and Narasimhadev put his lotus-like arm on the head of Prahlad Maharaj. Immediately, Prahlad Maharaj received the mercy of the transcendental knowledge and offered many, many prayers. How can we make the prayers? We don't know what to ask for it unless we have been blessed by the Lord. This is something very unique that we can learn from Prahlad Maharaj. Immediately, Prahlad Maharaj received the mercy of transcendental knowledge and offered many prayers. We will read some of those prayers of Prahlad Maharaj from the 7th canto, 9th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam as follows. Prahlad Maharaj prayed, how is it possible for me, who has been born in a family of asuras, to offer suitable prayers to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Even until now, all the demigods headed by Lord Brahma and all the saintly person could not satisfy the Lord by stream of excellent words, although such persons are very qualified. Being in the mode of goodness, then what is to be said for me? I'm not at all qualified. Srimad Bhagavatam 798. Prahlad Maharaj continued, one may possess his wealth, an aristocratic family, beauty, austerity, education, sensory expertise, luster, influence, physical strength, diligence, intelligence, and mystic yogic power. But I think that even by all these qualifications, one cannot satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. However, one can satisfy the Lord simply by devotional service. Gajendra did this, and thus the Lord was satisfied with him. 799. If a Brahmana has all 12 of the Brahmanical qualifications, as they are stated in the book called Sanat Sujat, but it is not a devotee and is averse to the lotus feet of the Lord, he is certainly lower than the devotee who is a dog eater, but who has dedicated everything, mind, words, activities, wealth, and life to the Supreme Lord. Such a devotee is better than such a Brahmana because the devotee can purify his whole family, whereas the so called Brahmana, in a position of a false prestige, cannot purify even himself. 7:19. The Supreme Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is always fully satisfied in himself. Therefore, when something is offered to him, the offering by the Lord's mercy is for the benefit of the devotee. For the Lord does not need service from anyone. To give an example, if one's face is decorated, the reflection of one's face in a mirror is also seen to be decorated. 7, 9, 11. What's an analogy? Therefore, although I was born in a demoniac family, I may without a doubt offer prayers to the Lord with full endeavor as far as my intelligence allows. Anyone who has been forced by ignorance to enter the material world may be purified of material life if he offers prayers to the Lord and hears the Lord's glories. 7, 9, 12. Lakshmi Devi, who is the sitting on the chest of the Lord, cannot get it. It is very difficult on the part of Lakshmi. But a dear devotee of the Lord very easily gets such mercy of the Lord. The Lord has equal vision, samaha sarvesu bhutesu. He is equally disposed toward every living entity. Name dveso astina priya. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I'm equal to all. But a bhakta is very dear to him. Ye bhajanti tu mama bhaktya. One who does my bhajan with bhakti, they are in me, I'm in them. Though he is impartial, but he is very partial toward his devotees. These are all prayers by the Prahlad Maharaj. This is one specific prayer, Srimad Bhagavatam 7:9-14. My Lord Narasimha, please, therefore, cease your anger now that my father, the great demon Hiranyakasipu, has been killed. Since even saintly persons take pleasure in the killing of a scorpion, of a snake, or a snake, all the worlds have achieved great satisfaction because of the death of this demon. Now they are confident of their happiness, and they will always remember your auspicious incarnation in order to be free from fear. Narasimha Pranam. Yes, scorpion and snake should be killed. Saintly person kill them and get pleasure. Sadhus never kill other living entities. This verse says, therefore, we should always offer this prayer, Namaste Narasimhaya, to be free from fear. Nrsingadev kills all inauspiciousness that comes in the path of devotion. Therefore, we offer Nrsimha Pranam. When we start a journey, we also offer Nrsimha Pranam. So no fear. At least I have done that part. Whenever I travel, I always sing Nrsimha Priya before I start my journey, which was taught by my Guru Maharaj. No obstruction, no fearful conditions will be there. Nrsingadev comes, kills it. You understand? This is a very unique way of Guru Govinda Swami Maharaj. You know, if you are sitting in the Bhagavatam class, man, he will tear you apart. If you are sitting, he will pick you on up from the beginning to end. What you have to say? Pranath Gopal Prabhu, what you have to say about this? He will never leave you alone. But when you meet him in a private room, he's soft like a lotus petals. Therefore, we always offer Nrsinga Pranam, and this verse says, devotee will always remember you, offer you prayer, and are free from all sorts of fear. This is the key thing if you want to become fearless. Prahlad Maharaj continued, my dear Lord, now I have complete experience concerning the worldly opulence, mystic power, longevity, and other material pleasures enjoyed by all living entities, from Lord Brahma down to the ant. As powerful time, you destroy them all. Therefore, because of my experience, I do not wish to possess them. My dear Lord, I request you to place me in the touch with your pure devotee and let me serve him as a sincere servant. 7.9.25. A Vaishnava has love for all living entities. When Nrsingadev offered Prahlad Mukti, he refused. Why he refused is stated in this prayer. Prahlad Maharaj says, my dear Lord Nrsingadev, I see that there are many saintly persons indeed, but they are interested only in their own deliverance, not caring for the big cities and towns. They go to the Himalayas or the forest to meditate with vows of silence, Maun Vrat. They are not interested in delivering others. As for me, however, I do not wish to be liberated alone, leaving aside all these poor fools and rascals. I know that without Krishna consciousness, without taking shelter of your lotus feet, one cannot be happy. Therefore, I wish to bring them back to shelter at the lotus feet. 7.9.44. The munis and sages are only interested in their own deliverance. They go to the Himalayan mountains in search of a solitary place to do sadhana. And there they undergo so many severe austerities and penances. So who thinks of delivering the living entities? The Mlechas and Yavanas, those who are in the hellish planet? Western countries mean hellish planets. What a wonderful sentence. If you have not yet understood, the sadhu thinks of the suffering of the conditioned souls and goes there to preach and inculcate Krishna consciousness unto the Mlechas, Yamanas, demons. Only a Vaishnava like Prahlad Maharaj. Otherwise, no one can do it. A Vaishnava whose heart is so compassionate, so merciful, he has love for all living entities, even the worms in the stool. He thinks of their deliverance. No better. than a merchant. There is another prayer in Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, the best of all persons to whom prayers are offered, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, because without rendering six kind of devotional service unto you, offering prayers, dedicating all the results of activities, worshiping you, working on your behalf, and always remembering your lotus feet and hearing about your glories, who can achieve that which is meant for the Paramahamsas. 7.950. Then in Srimad Bhagavatam 7.10.4, Prahlad Maharaj says, otherwise, O my Lord, O Supreme Instructor of the entire world, you are so kind to your devotee that you could not induce him to do something unbeneficial for him. On the other hand, one who desires some material benefit in exchange for devotional service cannot be your pure devotees. Indeed, he is no better than a merchant who wants profit in exchange for the service. Haribol. He is no better than a merchant. Yes. Who does business with the Lord? I give you this thing, you give me this thing. Then Srimad Bhagavatam 7.10.6 says as follows. O my Lord, I am your unmotivated servant, and you are my eternal master. There is no need of our being anything other than master and servant. You are naturally my master, and I am naturally your servant. We have no other relationship. The prayer everyone should offer. Then the next verse of Srimad Bhagavatam is the only prayer that everyone should offer. What is that prayer? Yadi dasyasi me kama varam stvam varadarshapa kamanam rudi asam roham bhavatastu runaivaram. What does it mean? Oh my Lord, best of the giver of benedictions, if you at all want to bestow a desirable benedictions upon me, then I pray from your Lordship that within the core of my heart, there should be no material desires. Srimad Bhagavatam 7.10.7. Offer this prayer. And if the Lord grants this boon, then material desire will be gone. I can still remember the smiling face of Guru Govinda Swami Maharaj. I asked Maharaj, please give me some tips to save my devotion. He gave me two examples. He said, all these devotees, when they meet the senior devotee, please be merciful, give me a mercy. They are already given you mercy, but you are not taking it. Then he said, to make that point very strong, that we are the one who is bounding our hands with the tree and then telling everyone passing by, please get me free from this, get me free. And Maharaj says, only thing you have to do, you give up your two hands and you are free. Second example he gave, that if you are sitting in the boat and you start hailing day and night, putting all your effort, but if you have forgot to remove the anchor of the boat will never go anywhere. Despite all this hard work, No matter how hard you try to move the boat, same situation, because we are materially attached. We don't want to give up, not even 10% of the share to Krishna. And we want to row our boat, advance in our spiritual life. Those two instructions has changed my life. So Maharaj is saying, offer this prayer. And if the Lord grants this boon, then material desire will be gone. This is the prayer that all should offer. We have so many lusty desires. Who will root them out? Do the gardening and you will know how fast the weed is coming. So everybody should offer prayer at the lotus feet of the Lord from the core of the heart, not verbally. And that's the reason I made the comment to my dear devotees, because I love them. I told them before initiation that don't take it if you are not ready. No, no, Prabhu, we will. They promised me they will join before 4:30. And many days they are missing. I don't know. I wrote them. Please tell me what is the difficulty you have. Please share something. Life will go like this if you are not serious. So everybody should offer this prayer. And if you want to give me a boon, please take away all the lusty desire at any time, in any conditions, under any circumstances. Material desire crop up in my heart. When Narasimha Dev was ready to give him any boon he desired, Prahlad Maharaj asked for this boon. Prahlad asked for that one benedictions. Listen. Prahlad Maharaj offered the following three prayers actually. Varam Varaya Etatte, Varadesan Maheshwara, Yat Aninta Dat Pitame, Tvam Avidvams Teja Aishwaram, Vidya Marsharsaya Saksa, Sarvaloka Gurum Prabhum, Brutar Hiti Mrusha Drustis, Tvat Bhakte Mai Chagavan, Tasmat Pita Me Puyeta, Durnata Dustarat Agat, Putaste Pangas Samdrastas, Tat Kripana Vatsala. Prahlad Maharaj says, O Supreme Lord, because you are so merciful to the fallen souls, I ask you for only one benediction. I know that my father, at the time of his death, had already been purified by your glance upon him. But because of his ignorance of your beautiful power and supremacy, he was unnecessarily angry at you, falsely thinking that you were the killer of his brother. Thus, he directly blasphemed your lordship, the spiritual master of all the living beings, and committed heavily sinful activities directed against me, your devotee. I wish that he be excused of these sinful activities. 17, 15 to 17. And Prahlad prays for his father. Therefore, his father was excused. Then what did the Lord say? The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Prahlad, O most pure, O great saintly person, your father has been purified, along with 21 forefathers in your family. Because you were born in this family, the entire dynasty has been purified. Srimad Bhagavatam 17:18. A son like Prahlad Maharaj. If a Vaishnava like Prahlad Maharaj takes a birth in some family, 21 generation will be delivered. If a son becomes a Vaishnava, what he can do? If you want a son, then procreate a son like Prahlad. Otherwise, why will you procreate a child? The hawks procreate hundreds of children, and all it's true. It is nonsense. If you want to have a son, procreate a son like Prahlad. Then his father is glorified and his mother is glorified. He is a real father and she is a real mother. Otherwise, they are not a real father and mother. Rather, who are they? They are hog and sea hog, only engaged in sexual enjoyment, nothing else. Then you are procreating all nasty, bastard children, hog like children who eat stool. Hogs produce hundreds of children. Why would you produce such children? There is no need of producing children. If you want to marry, then marry and produce a Vaishnava son like Prahlad. Then the father and mother will be glorified. Otherwise, it is condemned. So there are some of the many prayers of Prahlad Maharaj. We should offer such prayers to the Supreme Lord. Especially on this auspicious day, we should offer these prayers to Jagannath, who has assumed the Narasimha form. Please give me this boon on this auspicious day of your appearance, that no material desire, lusty desire will arise in my heart. Please take out this lusty desire from me. Vaisyakasya Chaturdasyam Shukayam Sri Nurkesari Jatastat Ashyam Tat Pujot Savam Kurvita Savratam. This verse is in Hari Bhakti Vilas. Sanatan Goswami is quoting from the Padma Puran. This is the Tithi, day to day, in the month of Vaisakh. This is the 14th day of the bride fortnight. On this auspicious day, Narasimhadev appears. Therefore, on this auspicious Tithi of all the devotees, observe it by fasting and offering prayers to Narasimhadev. Worship of his devotees is superior. On this Tithi, this day, before offering worship to Narasimhadev, first you should offer worship to Prahlad Maharaj, his dear devotee. His devotees should be worshipped first. Worship of his devotees is superior to the direct worship of the Lord. The Lord appeared only in order to protect his dear devotee from the persecutions of his demoniac father, Hiranyakasipu. So first of all, we should offer worship to Prahlad, and then we offer worship to Narasimhadev. This is the process. It is required that you fast on this day. This is the vrat, fasting. You may take a little prasadam, anukalpa, as on Ekadasi. It is mentioned in the Narasimha Purana that Prahlad Maharaj asked Narasimhadev how he could develop bhakti toward him. And in answer, Narasimhadev said as follows. In ancient days, in Avanti, there was a Brahmana named Vasho Sharma, a Pandit. He knew Veda very well. He had a devoted and chaste wife named Susila, who was endowed with all good qualities. She was celebrated for her devotion toward her husband. Vashu Sharma and Susila gave birth to 5 sons. 4 sons were naturally well behaved, learned, and obedient to their father. But the youngest son, named Vasudeva, was an exception. Narasimhadev pointed to Prahlad, quote, your name was Vasudeva. You had a bad character and were addicted to associating with prostitute. One day, you quarreled and fought with a prostitute. That night, both of you fasted because of quarreling and fighting. Fortunately, the day that you both fasted was my appearance day. Therefore, both of you received the auspicious result of fasting on my appearance day. unquote. Therefore, we should fast today. You were born as the son of Hiranyakasipu, my dear devotee Prahlad, and that prostitute took birth as a heavenly prostitute, an Apsara, an angel in a heavenly planet. And she got so much material enjoyment there. After that, she became my devotee. And now you are a very dear devotee of mine also. Though born in a demoniac family, observing my vrat, Brahma is endowed with creative potency. Brahma observes this vrat, Narsingha Chaturdasi vrat. And Shiva also observed this vrat, Narsingha Chaturdasi vrat. Observing this vrat on my appearance day, Shivji obtained such strength and potency that he was able to kill the demon Tripurasur. Those who observe my vrat on my appearance day, whatever desire they have, they offer to me. I immediately grant it to them. Never let material desire arise. So Narsinga Dev is very merciful today. So offer this prayer. Please give me this boon, O all merciful Narsinga Dev, on this auspicious day of your appearance, that not at any time, in any condition, under any circumstances, will material desire arise in my heart. Please grant me this boon. I ask only this boon. As I develop pure devotion toward you, please grant me this. This is the only prayer we should offer. And Maharaj is saying, all of you should offer this prayer. So much less the desire you have. Narasimha is very merciful today. So he will definitely grant that boon to you. The Lord is unlimited and his katha is unlimited. I hope that all of you develop pure devotion to the Lord and let all obstacle and inauspiciousness on the path of devotion be annihilated by Lord Narasimha. So we have how much? Oh, we are perfectly on the time. 6:53, but there is some question. I'll read a couple of them until we reach the time. So devotee asks, Gurudev, in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a pastime of cleansing the Gundicha Mandir, and that has an analogy of cleansing the heart. So is there an analogy of the pastime of Narsindev killing Hiranyakasipu for the sadhaka? Guru Govinda Swami says yes. Killing Hiranyakasipu means killing demoniac attitude. Yes, that is the analogy. Then other devotee asks, all the avatars are within Krishna. So what is the need for a separate meditation on the form of Lord Nrsimhadev? Guru Govinda Swami answered, because the Nrsimha form specifically kills all demoniac attitudes. Therefore, specifically we offer pranam to Nrsimhadev because we have so many lusty desires. We are not devotee at all. We are really demons. So let him kill all demoniac attitude in us. And also, the material world means it is full of demons. So much enviousness is here. Demons are envious. Devotees are not envious at all. Nrsimha, they will kill all these things and make your path of devotion free from inauspiciousness, free from obstacle. Yes, free from all these hindrance. He will make it clear. Then you can very easily treat the path. This is the special characteristics of Lord Nrsimha Dev. Therefore, we offer prayers. So with those thoughts, always remain happy, jubilant, and totally fearless. And whoever you come across, give them a kind word that their life can also become successful, happy, auspicious, and totally fearless. With those thoughts, I would like to offer my humble obeisances at the desk of these wonderful Vaishnavas who take austerity to join every morning from Houston, from India, from New Jersey, Boston, Virginia, Boise, St. Louis, Alachua, Orlando, Montreal, San Jose, Phoenix, Tampa, Brampton, Detroit, and Austin. Vanchakalpatarubhasya
कृपासिंधु
कृपासिंधु
बेवचा पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। गुरु महाराज
Thank
की
you
जय।
very
शिल
much.
प्रभुपाद की जय। श्याम
Thank you.
सुंदर प्रभु की जय।
Thank
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
Hare Krishna. Thank you so
Hare